Before performing any work on your gas tank, make sure it's completely empty and washed out very good, and work in a well ventilated area. What we got going on here today is a fuel tank off a small motorcycle that is leaking fuel around the petcock, and the previous attempts to seal it up with some sort of sealant here did not work. So I'm going to take that off and pull our fuel valve out and see if I can repair the crack in there. I just take a Dremel tool and cut that putty there, and I'm worse my protection. Okay, so I'm going to take this bolt that's holding the petcock in there. I'm going to take that out, and then I'm going to pull the whole assembly out, clean this area up. So it appears this petcock here and a bolt on each side, one was snapped off. Maybe that's our problem. Okay, took a center punch and knocked a little dimple in the center there, and I have some left-handed drill bits here that I'm going to go ahead and drill in and then put an extractor in there. Fortunately, we didn't need the extractor. I got a good bite on it. It just spun right out with the left-handed drill bit. Okay, I got a bolt that'll fit in there. And next, what I'm going to do, all this extra adhesive on there, I'm going to take a die grinder with a Scotch-Brite on there and then just clean that up. Looks like whatever plastic filler was in there, it's still holding where it was cracked before. And if you need to seal it up again, this type of plastic here is HDPE, which is number 2, and you would want to take a soldering iron and just melt it. Melts around 275, 300 degrees, so you just melt it back and forth in there. This looks still pretty good after I cleaned it up a little bit. Now what I'm going to do, this O-ring here is a little bit on the sketchy side, so went and got a new one here. Go ahead and put that on there. I'll go and insert this in there, put our bolts on there. I'm going to fill it up with water a little bit, make sure it's not leaking. Okay, I would fill the water here. It is leaking, so I'm going to take that petcock off there and take some plastic and melt it in there. That would be like a milk jug or like those plastic coffee cans. If it has a number 2 on it, it's the same type of plastic. Okay, I noticed that after I buffed it up there is a crack right here, and I'm going to take a soldering iron and a little piece of milk jug here and then melt that in there. This happens to be from a coffee can, but same thing, and I'll melt that in there, and that should fix our leak. Okay, you want to make sure you clean as much solder as you can off of your tip there, and we'll just melt this little plastic in there. Okay, I have that melted in there. I'll go and put a little water in there, check to see if that fixed our leak. Okay, it's still leaking a little bit. I think I just need to go in a little deeper, so I am going to melt into that plastic a little deeper there. And you want to avoid breathing any of these fumes and work in a well ventilated area. And we'll see if we can take the edges there, melt them back together, and hopefully that'll fix this. Okay, after multiple attempts there, I finally got it sealed up with that, melting some of that plastic in there. And it is liquid tight.